Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, students. I do have my first period here watching this wonderful review, so they get to review live with me. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Indian Subcontinent test that is tomorrow on Thursday, 4/4/2019. Somebody's knocking. So I'm going to go ahead and go over some things. Now, remember, you do have a test review that I am taking for a grade. You get to take it as many times as you need to, and I will take the highest grade. You can also bring your headphones tomorrow to listen to the test, which I suggest you do. I do not have those in class for you. Okay, so the first thing is, what is the maritime industry, and why does Nepal suffer from not having a maritime industry? Well, the big thing about Nepal not being able to have a maritime industry is because it's landlocked. It has no seaports. It has no way for ships to come and dump off or import or export goods and products out of that country because it's landlocked. Next, what benefits the most from the Indus River Valley? Which country benefits the most from the Indus River Valley? Well, where is the Indus River Valley? It is in Pakistan. And the Indus River flows through, and where it kind of dumps out into the ocean is where that Indus River Valley is, Pakistan. What's the reason for or the need for clean water? How does that support a good or strong economy? Well, not only do people need clean water, but agriculture and farmers need clean water. You cannot irrigate or sprinkler or treat crops with dirty, polluted chemical water because it will either kill the crops or the pollutants will actually go into the actual crop or the product that's being grown. And then a consumer or person is going to consume it and get sick from it. So it's very important for clean water for farmers and in agriculture. What percent of the population in India lives in rural areas? Now, rural is villages, not away from the urban centers, or away from the major metropolitan areas, and it is 70%. 70% of India's total population lives in rural villages or rural areas. So what is fasting and how does it affect Muslims and their celebration of Ramadan? Well, fasting during Ramadan means that they're not eating or drinking during sunrise. It's a way to bring them closer to God and practice self-discipline. So which religious leader who states that people can rise above their desire for material goods, that means money, things that cost money, and reach a state of peacefulness, meaning they don't need items and things to bring them happiness. So which religion is this? This is the Buddhist religion. And who is the leader of Buddhism? Buddha, and his official name is Siddhartha Gautama. Where is the highest mountain range in the world? Well, it is in Nepal, and it is Mount Everest. How has deforestation affected people in Nepal? Well, there's a combination of what deforestation does. Not only does it destroy the land and nutrients out of the land, but it also makes it to where that land doesn't have trees and it doesn't have the stability, and things like landslides can occur more regularly because we don't have the roots of trees to kind of hold the dirt in place. And Nepal is a lot of time, it's mountains. It's a very mountainous region. So when you don't have something to kind of hold the dirt in place, like these trees, then the earth starts falling. Okay. And that's where we get our landslide. So what do Hinduism people believe? Okay. Those who practice Hindus, what is their main goal? Well, their main goal is to reunite their souls with the universal spirit. So when they pass, their soul, their holy soul, goes up and it reunites with the universal spirit. Okay, that's the goal of Hinduism. Okay, so this is one question we talked about and we've done a lot on, is the industrialization of the India and its effect on the Ganges River and the life expectancy of people. And what we have is that it's very polluted. And people drink that water and they wash their clothes in that water and they get in that water. And because of industrialization, factories and all this area being built up and them not having really good government or regulation to kind of say you can't put that in the water and you can't do that and you need to put your trash here, it's causing people to catch diseases, to get sick. And the life expectancy, which is an average of how long people live, is decreasing. And it's getting worse and worse and worse as this pollution is invading this area or this region and creating all these medical problems for these people living here. Okay, so what is holidays and traditions and how does that affect a person's culture? Well, every single person celebrates holidays and traditions that everybody does. And they're based on your religion, cultural practices, rituals that you do. But it's about really the religion you believe in because, for example, I'm Christian. I celebrate Easter. That's a Christian holiday. Same thing with Christmas. Okay, so we celebrate holidays primarily based on our religious beliefs. What religion do those who take the trip from Hajj to Mecca are? What religion are they? Well, they are Islam. Okay, they're Islamic, they're Muslim. And remember, one of the 5 pillars says that they have to make a Hajj to Mecca. Okay, a trip to Mecca, okay, which is their holy land. How does an urban center support its needs? So an urban center is truly based off population. The largest population is in the urban center, okay, because urban is lots of people and rural is not a lot of people. So an urban center supporting its population means they have to have good infrastructure, schools and hospitals and places for people to work. They have to set up neighborhoods, mass transit. That's to support the population of that urban center. Okay, so what is needed to have a strong GDP and to be able to export goods? Well, you need resources and you need fresh water and you need minerals and you need gold or silver and you need to manufacture things, which to manufacture things, you need resources. So resources and having a healthy abundance of resources helps a country manufacture and then export goods, which then ultimately affects their gross domestic product and creates more income for the people that are living there. Okay, what kind of economy does the Indian subcontinent countries have? Now, we're not looking at free enterprise, market, capitalist. What we're looking for is it underdeveloped? Is it developing, getting better? Or is it developed, like the United States, Canada, and most of Europe? Well, what would you think? So what do you think these countries are? Well, if you think about the GDP per capita of the United States, which is around $53,000 a year per person. And then you think of it in India and Nepal, which is everywhere from 1,000 to 1,800 or 2,900. They don't make as much money per person as we do here in the United States. By far, they don't make enough money. But if you looked at, and when we did our research assignments on economy, you saw that every year they're getting better and better and better. These countries in the Indian subcontinent region are developing. They are getting better. They are not underdeveloped. They do have systems in place and programs, and they are bringing in money and having jobs and increasing their employment. But they are nowhere near where the United States is, Canada, and most European countries. So this is a review for your test. Watch it once or twice. Take your review as many times as you need to, and I will see you tomorrow for your test. Thank you.